a common cliche to say that one teacher changed your life, but I can definitely say that about Mr. McCracken. In the fall of 2023, he sent me a very long text asking if I wanted, quote, the best teaching job in all of Oklahoma. He forgot to mention all the Friday and Saturday nights I would be spending under the fluorescent lights of area high schools. Thanks a lot, Kelly. That's enough about me. We're here tonight to celebrate these students. A lot of people make statements about kids these days, and there's no doubt they face new educational and social challenges that I didn't have to deal with even 10 years ago when I was right there in their shoes. But from what I've seen from the unique vantage of the Booker T. Washington speech room, the kids are all right. The freshmen might be on TikTok all day, but they actually use it to bond at debate tournaments, even if they bond by making fun of me. The theater kids might be overdramatic, but luckily we have events where they're judged on exactly how dramatic they are. And they all might have terminal brain rot. But they're still able to write an eloquent speech about brain rot that qualifies them for nationals like Atlas Carlson. Which is all to say, from the outside, what we do in room 323 might seem a little strange. There's constant noise, never-ending debates, some good jokes, a lot of bad ones, and some very interesting smells. The technical term, I think, is anarchy. It takes some getting used to. But at its peak, 323 is not just a classroom, but a kind of utopia, striving for truth, beauty, intellectual and artistic expression, and dignity for all. It's a mixture of the most playful absurdity and profound seriousness. It's been that way since long before my 4 years there, and nothing made me happier than coming back to see that that spirit is lived on. We try to welcome everyone in the speech room, but even within our own school, most people never see what we do there. The unique thing about speech and debate is for most of these kids, who are truly amazing speakers, debaters, and actors, even their own parents never see them perform, not to mention their teachers, their friends, and their family. But tonight is about giving all of you that chance. Because amidst all the anarchy and utopia, they work extremely hard, day after day, to hone their craft. When you see the finished product tonight, I want you to think about the countless hours of experimentation, practice, attention to detail, and fun that it took to get there. I'm so lucky to be their coach, and after 1 year, as much as I hate to say it, McCracken was right. Now, before we bring up our first performer, we're going to have to set up one of the later performances. So there's an event called Extemporaneous Speaking. It was my event, so I have a soft spot for it. And we have an amazing extemporaneous speaker in our midst named Rena Tho. She happens to also be Miss Hornet. So what she's going to do right now is come up on stage on this side. I'm going to tell everyone now when you're coming up on the stage, come to my right side where there's the bricks you can step on. You won't have to make the big leap. And I'm going to hand her a sheet of paper that has 3 questions about international affairs on it. She's going to choose the one she likes the best, go back into the coffee shop, take 30 minutes to prepare a speech for you, and then she's going to come up here and give it from memory. So the category for the round is China. Usually there's sort of some broad category that they're looking for. Sometimes there's none at all. It could be a question about current affairs anywhere in the whole world. She's looking over her questions. Which one do you want to take? Marina has chosen question number 1. Is China catching up to America in artificial intelligence race? So stay tuned. In 30 minutes, she'll be back up and you will hear the answer to that question. Now, we're almost to the point where I call up the first speaker, but there is one more thing I have to do, because at these type of showcase events, debaters always get the short end of the stick. Our debaters are amazing. They work really hard. And one of the beauties of high school debate is that it is not a sort of short form, clickbait, unnuanced forum for discussion. They are going for 45 minutes per round, back and forth with multiple speeches, multiple rebuttals, cross-examinations, getting really deep into evidence and the topics that they discuss. I would love to do a whole nother event where we watch one of those debates, but we didn't have time to do it today. So I just want to share a little bit about what our debaters were doing this week. Lincoln Douglas is the first type of debate we do. It's philosophy debate. And here's some of the topics that they debated this year. Resolved, the United States ought to adopt a wealth tax. Resolved, the United States ought to become party to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and/or the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. And the most recent resolution, resolved, the development of artificial general intelligence is immoral. Now, we had 28 students that went to a tournament and did a competitive Lincoln Douglas debate round this year, and for 22 of them, it was the first time they had ever done it. We had novices that won their very first tournament they went to, like Caden Johnson and Claire Curtis. We had seniors like Finley Buckner, who won 29 competitive debate rounds this year and was the champs champion at the Jinx tournament, meaning amongst all the best debaters, she still got first place. We had other champions like Ruth Williston, who was regional champion in Lincoln Douglas debate as a junior, placed 7th at state, and has the distinction of the most competitive rounds of anyone on the team, 43 total rounds debated this year. Sai Chatterjee, who a lot of people didn't even know was on the team until he placed 2nd at state in Lincoln Douglas debate. Justin Monsivals, who broke at the district tournament. In fact, all 4 of the debaters we took to the district tournament, which is the one tournament that qualifies for nationals, broke into the top 16 of that tournament. It's a really amazing accomplishment. It was a big credit to the Booker T debate program. And then we had Isha Arial, who had a record of 28 wins and 5 losses this year in 33 debate rounds, and at that district tournament placed 2nd out of 50 competitors to be one of just 3 qualifiers for the national tournament in Des Moines, Iowa this summer. The other type of debate we do is public forum. This is a team debate event, and it's less about philosophy and more just about evidence. Some topics debated were resolved. The United States should substantially reduce its military support of Taiwan. Resolved. The African Union should grant diplomatic recognition to the Republic of Somaliland as an independent state. And resolved. The most recent resolution, similar to the LD one, in the United States, the benefits of the use of generative artificial intelligence in education outweigh the harms. So we had sophomores like Nithlin Sundaram and Sugawaki Kato, who won the Champs Championship at the Owasso tournament. So a special division just for the best debaters, and they still won. We have 2 other sophomores, Max Udwin and Roman Atisha, who got 8th place at the state tournament. We had Dia Pushpraj, who was first alternate to nationals with her partner Maverick McLean, placed fifth in state and by the way, she didn't just debate, she also qualified for nationals in extemporaneous speaking. And we had Maverick McLean, his partner, who had 25 wins and 7 losses in debate this year with 3 different partners. And again, his first alternate to nationals in 5th place at state. So just to give some extra recognition to the debaters, we're going to give out some awards tonight, and I wanted to start with them. So the award is very simple. It is the Debater of the Year. I guess this is the first annual. Kraken was more of a speech guy. And the first annual Debater of the Year, you have already heard her accomplishments, is Isha Ariel.